So I'm just getting ready to post you a video, and okay, so if you do watch this video, your focus might be directed to this thing on my nose. I don't know what it is, but it began to grow when I was turning 13, and that's how long I remember it, right? But when I was looking back in the video to post it, all I could look at was that. So if you can see past that and don't look at it, please, then I would really appreciate it. But if you just want to stare at it and it brings you joy, then stare at it. You know, enjoy yourself, whatever works. So I just wanted to add that wee bit in just before I show you the video that I recorded this morning. And I've just had to jump up to the cabin because I want to do a little bit of baking. So I'm going to attempt to do some baking, and I've just ordered some coconut sugar. Since my partner's operation a few years ago, we've been limiting sugar. He's not had any at all. So I've decided I'm going to try and do a little bit of baking, and you'll understand what this means when you watch the next part of this video. So I've got this sorry about the light. I've got this really great little book that I'd bought a few months ago, and it is the Scottish Baking Bible. Here we go here. So I'm going to have a little look at this, see if I can find something to inspire me, and I'm going to try and slow down. But before I do any of that, I know exactly what is needed. So I'm going to go and do what is needed, and then if you feel called, now that I've kind of probably put you off with the fact that my wart is taking up the whole of the next video, then yeah, it's up to you. Thank you so much. See you soon. Good morning. It's the day before Christmas Eve, and I've just had to come up to the woodshed, up to the garden, to just get a bit of space. And it's funny because as soon as I stepped outside my door, I started to feel a little bit of peace. And I've spoken about this before, about just like everything in my house, I kind of feeling the vibration of it. Like I can feel it, and it's so tricky to be stabilised within it is the only word that I can describe. So I've came up to the garden first of all. I have a couple of things to do for Christmas preparation, so I'm going to go into the cabin and set up. I've got my daughter got an iPad, so I need to set that up for her, and so we don't have the stress of it on Christmas Day. I know these are not third world problems at all, and often I feel a little bit rubbish about coming on here and just complaining almost about the things that I'm complaining about, or I have to reframe it and say that it's actually a space to be a little bit honest and be transparent and just see how it is, and maybe somebody else out there might be feeling the same, and we can kind of connect on that level and just know that it's not all glitzy and glamorous and roses in the garden and everything looks beautiful, when in a daily what's the word? I don't know. On a daily occurrence, that's it. It can go up and down, you know, we can go up and down. So I'm just staring, there's two wood pigeons up in the tree up there, and I don't think you'll be able to see, even if I turned the camera around. I think it would still be tricky to be able to see, but they've caught my eye, and I'm trying to kind of get a little bit of focus on them at the same time as keep my feet on the earth and get grounded, really, because there's so much talking at me and it feels like there's so much to do, and I am spinning it round to being grateful. It's like a dance, it just goes back and forward between grateful to despair to grateful to despair, back and forward, and just trying to work with that. I really need to get into my body as well. I haven't done any movement practice as such. I mean, I've been walking the dogs every morning, which is great, but I feel like I need that good kind of hour or so just in quietness to just get in my body and let myself release all the tension that's kind of building up. But yeah, I do feel this thing kind of working on me. I was supposed to have a client this morning, but I had to reschedule because there was no way I could even imagined giving somebody a really good massage when I feel quite crap. So I have to be really, I have to make sure I honour my needs in that as well. So that's fine. I'll hopefully catch up with him at the weekend, and that'll be okay. And the other thing I wanted to share, I was on YouTube this morning. I do go on and watch people's videos that I'm really inspired by, and I kind of engage, which is nice. Really nice to connect with people. And there was this really beautiful woman, and she does a vlog about her family in her house, and she's baking and she's doing things, and I've just came away from that feeling, that kind of feeling of not being good enough. I am deeply challenged by being at home and lots of people around, and sometimes cooking can feel quite stressful. I have this thing going on with time, which I'll probably talk about in another video. But it's definitely, I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but it doesn't feel easy or restful being at home or being in my home. And even though I'm working on creating a sanctuary, it's like it's trying to slow things down enough so I can say, yep, I can bake something, I can cook something. Usually it's just an awareness of this kind of heightened enfrazzlement, and the only place I don't have that is when I'm outside, and I can't cook and bake outside. I need to be part of my life, and part of my family's life. So it's just doing these practices that ground the nervous system, and then so that we can step back inside again. And even if it's just little small increments of time. So I'll go and do the thing that I've got to set up, then I'll go back to the house, and I'll just hold it in my awareness how I'm feeling and how I'm receiving information. And then I'll probably come back outside again just to kind of ground and balance it, and I'll probably do it the whole day, just like in and out, and likely have a cold shower as well. I did think about going up to the water, which is a 20-minute drive from here. I thought about it. I don't know if I will. But anyway, just a little quick sharing this morning. And yeah, let me know if you ever feel like that, like in your house, in your home, you just feel like suffocated, maybe a little bit unable to breathe, and how do you manage that, and what do you do to manage that? And is it okay that you don't bake a cake? Is it okay that you don't bake your bread? Is it okay that your house doesn't look like a lot of other people's cosy houses? Or it does, but you just don't see it. Sometimes you work really hard to make it that way, but there's times when you just don't see it or you don't feel it. So I'd love to hear what you think, actually. I'd love to hear. Yeah, I'd love to hear. Thank you so much. Bye.